What's up everyone, Max here, Muscle World. Today I'm here to review the Under Armour ColdGear compression tight. They're for training in cold weather. I've had them for about 1 year. I've worn them in the winter and colder weathers and autumn, so I thought that you might find this video helpful in your quest to find suitable gym attire. Obviously, naturally, I've gone for the white colour. However, they do them in various different versions, different colours, so obviously whatever you think looks best. Okay, we'll start off. We've got the black contrasting waistband to the actual tight. So in this case we've got white and we've got black, a waistband with Under Armour written in large letters at the top. It is quite a thick waistband. They are compression leggings, so they are going to be very tight. They're supposed to be tight. They have a technology in it called a four-way stretch. So the four-way stretch is the way the material is knitted in. It allows it to stretch four ways rather than just sort of in four directions rather than just sort of two directions. That's because it's got elastane blended in with the polyester fibers to help you get that stretch to allow freedom of movement. This is designed to stick, contour your body and flow with your body, move with your body, and then if it stretches, it'll go back into shape. Speaking of the fabric, what is the difference between these ones, the ColdGear, and the other or normal leggings, or indeed in Under Armour's case you've got heat gear leggings? And this, what the difference is it's got a double knit fabric. So on one side you've got I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the actual texture of it here, but for one side you've got the kind of the smooth appearance, which is what you'd expect from most standard leggings, which is normal. And then on the inside you've got this kind of brushed fabric. So double knit doesn't mean two layers, but it does mean that you've got two faces of it. Basically, you've got two faces, and each face does a slightly different job. So the brushed interior, which is specific only to the ColdGear style leggings, is kind of, it feels almost fleecy. Okay, and that the design of it is, you can see it's all kind of, it's been brushed up like that, and there's all these tiny little bobbles in there. And the idea behind that is that it should trap warm air, trap your body heat, and keep it close to your body, stop it from escaping, so it keeps you warm. And the obviously, because it's an exercise garment, you're going to be moving, you're potentially going to be sweating. The other side of it is that kind of the smoother fabric, which is designed specifically for moisture to evaporate. Therefore, if you're sweating, it'll evaporate and keep you cool, regulate your temperature, but also importantly, stop you getting too cold. So it's all about temperature regulation. If you're sweating profusely in cold weather and say you stop, your body is soon going to become very cold because your clothes are wet, stuck to your body, and that's the drawback of having things like cotton fabrics. So these synthetic fabrics, these ColdGear items, are designed specifically so that it keeps you warm, but when you do sweat, it wicks that moisture away, and therefore keeps your temperature regulated, stops you getting too hot or too cold. So, and it is effective at doing that. On the side, a speed pocket, which is designed to put phones or keys in or whatever. I don't really use it that much, but it's there, and I have seen some people who wear these style of leggings. I have seen them use them quite a lot. On the front, you've got, you always refer to it as the updated crotch bit here, which is the only part of this, apart from the pocket, the only part of it which is actually double layered. So you've got a kind of almost meshy type thing on the inside, and then another layer there. But to be honest, I'm not really a fan of these crotch designs. I just preferred how they were before. I'm all for the double layer, but I don't really like how they they turned it into a bit of a pouch. Not a fan. These ones sit better than some of the others, though. I've worn other Under Armour ones, such as the new Rush series. I found that crotch design was terrible. These are slightly better, but again, I preferred the older style that didn't have that. And the rear part of it then is just one, well, it's seamless on the back. It is just one kind of big patch of material, which again, I'm not really too fussed on. I personally prefer it when there's like seams going, so maybe a dual seam there. I personally prefer that, but again, that's personal preference. Personally, I think they're very, very good leggings. Actually, they're well made. They do come with quite a high price tag though, so they are premium brand. If you're wearing them training outdoors, running outdoors, weightlifting outdoors, or whatever outdoors, I do think they are an excellent set of leggings specifically for that reason. Could they be better? Absolutely yes. I personally think that cross design in my opinion, could be adjusted or removed and just gone back to what they used to do. And then I would also recommend maybe some kind of double layering at the rear side of it as well as you've got in the front. Maybe do a, personally I think you should have a, I've actually emailed Under Armour about this before, but they didn't listen to me. It's where you've got the double layer there, you'd be better having a double layer going round the back, just a personal preference idea. Pockets nice to have if you want to use it. So yeah, that's obviously got a thumbs up. Obviously, if you've got the white colour, you're going to get splashes of mud on it, and they are difficult to clean. Like I've got some, because you don't want to wash them on too high a temperature. I got some black mark or something by here somewhere, which that's probably never ever going to come out. So the more you wear them, the more sort of dirty they'll become, especially if you're training outdoors and things like that. I mean, when you exercise and it's cold, your performance does drop, and I have noticed that if I've worn, say, shorts or whatever, without those on, and then I've done sessions with the shorts on, I found I have performed better than beforehand. So the cold weather does definitely affect your performance, and there are studies out there that back this up. I can't quote them at the moment, but I have read them many years ago. So they do combat that, and they do help with it. And the compression obviously helps as well. Helps with your recovery, helps with performance. Even if it's just, I know that's debated, but even if it's just psychological, a psychological placebo help there, I've personally found them very helpful when exercising. So I would recommend them as a good set of leggings, good quality, good robust leggings. They could be worn by themselves. Under Armour actually do recommend them to be worn sort of as a singular garment, or if you prefer, you can wear shorts over the top. You can wear them underneath your tracksuit bottoms, or you can wear underwear underneath as well. Whatever whatever you want. Personally, I recommend probably wearing something underneath, because you're going to show everyone. They do tend to go a little bit see-through, particularly if you're doing things like squats and stuff like that. So obviously that's you guys. I'm not going to tell you how to wear them. Wear them how you want, whatever makes you feel comfortable, and whatever makes you feel good when you're training. When I have bought them, they've been on an offer. So if they do sometimes go on offers on things like Amazon and stuff like that, I'll put a link below if you're interested. So it was good to get them when they're slightly cheaper rather than the full price tag, which it's in excess of £50, I think, which is an awful lot of money for a set of leggings, particularly if you could only wear them for half the year. So I think they are comfortable leggings. They're easy to take on, put on, take off. They have a fairly decent amount of compression, not the most severe amount, but they, you feel they're there. And I personally go with a large size that fits for me. I found with Under Armour, my legs can fit in a kind of an extra large or large, but the waist is too small with an extra large, and they try to run down, and also length as well. So with my stats, I'm 183 centimeters, and I think I'm about 100 kilograms there. Fluctuate there between, so large is suitable for me. So there we have it, guys. I think I've covered everything. If that's all I can think of with that. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. I'll be happy to answer them if I can. Thank you so much for watching. All the best, take care, and see you soon. Bye bye.